Hi, welcome back to Digital Lab. We've had a great session today in the lab. We've got Mr. Vin Vacanti, very tough name, in from an amazing company, an aggregator of all of these group shopping sites that are out there today, and gave a great presentation describing about the upcoming trend and how it's becoming a huge phenomenon across the US. Do you want to just give us a little bit of background on your on the company and everything that you're doing from an aggregation perspective?
Sure. It's what we do is pretty simple. There are now 160 daily deal services that do exactly what Groupon does, which is they send you a deal every day for a local merchant or service. What we do is, for instance, in New York, there's about 45. Instead of signing up for all 45 in New York, you sign up for Yipit, you tell us what you're interested in. We go out every day, we grab all those deals, and then recommend the very best to you based on the preferences you've given us. And we're in about 15 cities now, and we're adding about 2 cities every week.
Phenomenal. And in terms of this trend, how many people now in the US are signed up for a number of these different sort of Groupon type of sites?
So Groupon is the largest one. They were the first. Groupon reports that they have 13 million Americans signed up.
Wow.
Receiving their email. So it's very widespread. It's predominantly in large metro areas. They're in 90 cities now, but I would guess that the majority of their subscribers are sort of the top 20, 30 cities.
So there's 13 million on Groupon in totality across all the 150 sites that are out there?
Yeah, so I think people receiving deals of some sort, it's hard to sort of put a number. I would guess it's most people who are on Groupon are on a lot of the other services as well.
Right.
So I would guess it's probably somewhere in the 15, 17, 20 million person range.
So that's obviously a very large base of customers that you can reach. I mean, how are big national brands tapping into this phenomenon?
So the best example that happened very recently was Gap. They did a very large deal with Groupon where it was a $50 gift certificate for $25, and it was sent to every one of Groupon subscribers. And they ended up selling about $14 million worth in one day.
Wow.
of these deals, of which Groupon for their commission probably took somewhere around $6 million, $7 million in one day.
A lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
And you were mentioning as well in your presentation about how this could transform potentially, TV models, magazine models. How do we see, magazine companies getting into this space?
So if you think about what Groupon's strengths are, they have a brand that consumers now trust to recommend deals, and ultimately they have 13 million people on their email list. There's actually a lot of companies in the United States that have huge distribution and a brand. So you think about magazines, for instance, they have usually huge subscriber bases, and they have email addresses, and they have websites. And the idea would be for, take an example of something like Golf Digest. They have a lot of authority within their vertical of sort of recommending golf products. Very simply, what they could do is exactly what Groupon does, is they could approach sort of golf product manufacturers and say, I represent everyone at Golf Digest. We're going to recommend one product this week, and we've chosen to recommend your product, and give us a deal on behalf of all of our users, and we're going to get paid a commission for each one of those that we sell. It will cost you nothing to be on this service.
Wow.
You only pay us if we actually sell the product that we're recommending to our consumers.
Wow, interesting times. So shopping is being transformed by groups, by social. So thank you very much for coming in today, and make sure you check back onto Digital Lab TV next week. Thanks a lot.